So go ahead and take a comfortable posture. Let yourself be relaxed but alert. Your hands resting in your lap, your eyes either gently closed, or if you feel more comfortable, you can leave your eyes halfway open, but let your gaze fall at about a 45-degree angle towards the floor in front of you. Take 3 deep breaths to begin. In and out, in and out, and in and out. And then just go ahead and let your breath come normally and naturally. No need to control your breath, to lengthen it or shorten it. Just let your belly become soft. And as your belly rises, feel your body fill with the breath. As your body falls, you feel the breath leave the body. Let your attention focus on that breath. Your attention moves from your head, from your mind, down into the body, into that spot in your belly, just a few fingers width beneath your belly button. And the center of your abdomen, the center of your belly. And you just settle in there and become one with the breath. As your belly rises, as you breathe in, your belly falls and you breathe out. Let your body relax. And again, let the breath fill your whole body. You feel it fill your lungs, into your belly. And if you can imagine yourself breathing down into the very tips of your toes and back out again. Belly rising as you breathe in and falling as you breathe out. And if your mind is distracted by thoughts or sensations, you don't need to try and chase after those, and also don't need to judge yourself. Just bring your attention back again and again to the breath. You could say in this practice, it's not that being able to follow the breath is our superpower. Our power is being able to come back again and again to the breath. As our mind or attention wanders off, we come back again and again to that belly rising as you breathe in and falling as you breathe out. And then we're joining each other over Zoom in a way that's almost mysterious and mystical, even if we pretended to understand how this all works. But another thing that's powerful and important about our doing this is that we do this together. You might think that this is something we do only for ourselves, only by ourselves, that becoming calm and peaceful requires that effort, and we do it just for ourselves. But one thing to remember is that we do it so that we can be more present to others. We can be kinder and more helpful to others. that we can just be more connected with others. I feel overwhelmed sometimes to think of just how long we've all been doing this together, and how there's that strong connection that comes as much from the time we spend just breathing together as the time when we share some of our deep feelings and thoughts. What passes amongst us is as mysterious as Zoom and the internet itself. And we can think and feel of those people that have been here with us before, and some have passed away, but some aren't able to make it here today, but we feel their presence in this circle of us joined together. We think, especially today, I'd like to take a moment to just hold an image of David in our hearts as we picture him healing back home. He's probably still tired. We can picture him and know that he's getting stronger and that he's breathing with us too. And as we picture him before us, we can think to ourselves, may David be free from suffering. May he be happy. We can tie that into our breath. As we breathe in, think, may David be free from suffering. And as we breathe out, think, may he be happy. And then we can expand that circle and hold others that we may know are struggling or sick, or just people that are close to us, and picture them before us and think, may they be free from suffering. May they be happy. Breathing in, may they be free from suffering. And breathing out, may they be happy. And as we sit here together, we can wish that for the four of us. You see each other's faces on the computer screen before us. And think, may we all be free from suffering. May we be happy. I'm struck today as we just spend this time how we seem to not only be on the verge of spring, the plants are starting to poke through the earth. I see buds on the new trees in my backyard. There was a fresh hatch of flies as I just came in today. Everything is growing and alive. And it's been now just a little more than a year since we began meeting in this way, virtually over Zoom. In what we thought was going to be such a brief time, at least many of us thought that this will just be a little while, and then we'll be back seeing each other in that church space. And the time just grew longer and longer. And the time we all spent apart from each other grew longer. And we talked about feeling as though the world was almost on fire, a fearful place and not safe. And it was just shy of a year that we met on the same day that George Floyd had been killed. Many of us had grown up or lived in Minneapolis, and we struggled with the feelings, the anger and the fear we felt then. And now we're here joined together talking about vaccines as the world seems to open up again, as we see some measure of justice and feel hope that there may be more of that for those of our brothers and sisters who are oppressed because of the color of their skin or their sexuality, their economic status. It can almost feel overwhelming, especially when we're in the thick of things as we were in the spring and summer. But I think today I can begin to feel that feeling of hopefulness again, of things getting better, of possibility. And so to think of all those people struggling to try and open our hearts large enough to let those people in too doesn't seem quite as challenging or as difficult. To hold all those people, all the living beings, including the flying and walking and swimming beings, the plants and the trees. We can say that we wish with us for all of them to be free from suffering and for all of them to be well. May all beings be free from suffering. May they all be well. Wishing that with each breath, coming back again with that power to return as we return to our breath, when we lose the thread of it, as we return to our wish, as we hold all beings before us and wish, may all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be happy. And lest we forget, be sure to hold yourself before that too. Hold yourself as we hold you, wishing, may I be free from suffering. May I be at peace. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be at peace. And as you go forth again, when you rise from your seat and go forth back into the world, these are two things you can carry with you. You can return at any moment to that breath, to that feeling in your belly as your belly rises as you breathe in and falls as you breathe out, and to that wish for a better world, that all beings be free from suffering, that all beings be at peace. So we'll take 3 deep breaths to end. And when you're ready, open your eyes.